always zoom in. Maybe on free throws or something. All right, we are live in Springfield, Missouri. And I'm going to ask for a little bit of help from some of y'all out there to make sure you can hear me loud and clear without any issues whatsoever. So if you would please send me a text to 270-320-8801 and let me know if it's perfect, period. We want to make sure we don't leave anything to chance for this title game. 270-320-8801. Okay, I got one confirmation saying that it sounds good, but I'd like to hear a couple more. Chris Groth, I just sent you a message with the link. Chris is across the arena. I can see him over there. I just want to hear back. Oh, Derek Spurgeon tuned in. I love it. What's going on, Derek? Wish you were here, buddy. I just got a phone call from Isaiah Lingo's dad. I hope he can hear. I shouted out all those kids from last year. I'll probably do it again tonight. I wish they were all here. Ben's here tonight, but Ian, Will, Max, Isaiah, Andrew, Cooper, I wish they could all be here for this time tonight. We have not started the clock yet. We have not started the clock yet on the, now they got 6 minutes on the board. And we are going to be good to go. The Tennessee Heat take the floor in their red uniforms. The Memphis Eagles take the floor in their white and blue uniforms. We got a packed house in here tonight. My goodness, I would say, I got Joe up here doing the video for us. Joe, what would you say? 90% full? I mean, if you take all the people that are standing around the top, I'd say we're probably over capacity, but not everybody's sitting in the seats. But we got a title game for you tonight. Something that the Heat have been working towards for at least 4 years. And man, I am excited to bring it to you. I've been bringing the games to you from my office. You might wonder how I do that. I basically just recorded my monitor. I got the live stream from NCHC, and then I just recorded my monitor. But after the win last night, I just said, hey, I got to be there. I got to be there for this moment. And so I drove over this afternoon, got here about 5 o'clock, about 6.5 hours. And we are pumped to bring this to you tonight. The kids are ready. I got to see a bunch of them before the game. The coaches are ready. The fans are ready. The parents are ready. And I hope all the viewers and listeners are ready, because we're going to try to bring you something tonight that we'll remember for a long time. We've got 8 minutes and 15 seconds until tip-off. So Get your popcorn and your drinks. We got about 8 minutes to go. Derek Spurgeon, buddy, I miss you. Wish you and Jennifer were here. They got a watch party going on. I don't know if Ian's on spring break or not, but if he is, I hope he's watching. I know Andrew's watching from Searcy, Arkansas. Even his brother Davis is watching. Cooper, I'm assuming you're in Cookeville, and you better be tuned in because you're part of this tonight. Sam Dunk with the left-handed dunk in warm-ups. It's going to be a battle of guards tonight. Really good guards on both sides. Heat should have a little advantage on size, at least in the starting lineup. I think the Memphis team's got some size off the bench. See Coach Joe over there. All the coaches wearing black tonight. We got John Mark Bell, Johnny Bobbitt. Got Big Jim Shates over there. Craig Lewis. We got some Heat kids over there behind the bench. Little cheering section over there. Guys are getting ready. Memphis fans have kind of taken over the middle section there, as you can see in blue. But we've got people all around this arena. I'll try to give you a little 360 view. That's looking left, all the way around. So we got a great crowd here tonight. I love it. I got Isaiah's dad texting me. He said, we're ready. He said, Lord, a little prayer. Lord, keep these boys injury free. You know what, Bobby? We needed to pray that prayer last year. But we'll pray it again tonight. We want to keep his current group injury free. We had some injuries last year. We lost Thatcher completely. Isaac was hobbled. AJ got hurt. But we're back this year, ready to finish some business. Jacob Banker jamming it home. I see Coach Rob Thomas standing over there in the vest, the short sleeve shirts. I think he's one of the assistants. He's been a head coach in this organization for several different age groups. We've played against them since his boys were 12 years old. His oldest one graduated last year. He's playing college basketball at Boyce College or University in Louisville, Kentucky. That's Andrew Thomas. He was the big one. Tonight you're going to see number 5, Caleb Thomas. He's the younger of the Thomas brothers. He's going to be playing basketball next year at Freed Hardeman in Tennessee. Well, Rob's a good guy. I don't know if this is his last hurrah or not. He might come back and be part of it next year. I couldn't step away from it. 3:45 to go. We got kids in warm-ups on both ends just dunking it home. A lot of athleticism on this floor. Carson with the two-handed dunk. Thatcher going up, dunking it home. Jacob Banker's going to lay this one in. Isaac's going to put up a jumper. Luch puts up a jumper, bangs it in. Sam goes up with a two-handed dunk. 2.5 minutes still tip. If you want to move this, you can. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Oh, from Upper Cumberland? On this first few rows? Okay, good. Little conference appreciation. Here we go, under a minute. Fans getting jacked up for both teams. Joe and I, we usually sit down and do this, but tonight we're both on our feet. Got a Let's Go Heat chant going, 39 seconds. We got a college officiating crew of 3 here tonight. It's been a well-officiated tournament so far. Let the kids play, that's for sure. We'll see if that continues through tonight's game. We got starting lineups. Craig Lewis, number 3. Got the black leggings, the red uniform, the red shoes. Number 4, the junior Thatcher Bond, coming out in the black t-shirt. Number 5, MVP of the gold ball bracket, Isaac Assigan. Junior Jacob Banker, former NCC Warrior, along with Isaac, 6'7". And junior number 12, our big fella, Carson Dismang. That's our starting 5. Y'all are familiar with them. They're amped up and ready to go. And here come the Memphis Eagles. They've been here. This is their 5th consecutive finals appearance. They have won 4 in a row. If they win tonight, it will be 5 consecutive titles. That will tie a record from 1992 to 1996. This number 4, Elijah, we've been playing against him since he was 12 years old. Number 23, Mathis. Again, he's been there for at least 6 or 7 years. Number 25, a sophomore. And then there, the straw that stirs the drink right here, number 5, Caleb Thomas. White with the blue trim. Heat in the red with the black trim. And we are ready to get this game underway. They are Memphis, and they are the defending champs. But the Tennessee Heat put on quite a show last night in the semifinals with a 24-point win. Listen to that student section cheering for them. Let's go Heat. Carson's going to tip it up against Elijah. We played this team back in November in St. Louis. We played them in the finals of the tip-off tournament. The Heat led by 6 in the third quarter, but Memphis shut us down after that and ended up winning the game by 13 points. We lost to them last year in the finals of the tip-off tournament in St. Louis in November. They beat us by, I think, 14 or 15. So we will see what happens tonight. Oh, we got a deflection and a steal early. Carson off to Isaac, and then Isaac tries to get a alley-oop to Carson, but Carson steps on the end line. So good defensive pressure early. But it doesn't lead to any points. Deflected again, and deflected again. Memphis puts up the shot, no good. They get a tip rebound, no good. They get another rebound. 3 ball from the corner, no good, and Isaac's going to bring that one down. Isaac's going to slow it up just a little bit, bring it across the half court. A lot of energy in this gym tonight. Thatcher working that right side. Looks for Jacob on the elbow, gets it to him. Back into Carson. Carson lays it up and in with the right hand, and the Heat draw first blood here, 2-0 in the early going of the first quarter. Heat with this extended zone defense, looking to get some deflections and some transition opportunities. Another 3 ball from the corner, and it drops. Number 25, he's 1 for 2. He shot one from the opposite corner, missed it. Eagles take a 3-2 lead. Jacob over to Craig on the wing. Craig brings it around, puts it between his legs, hands it off to Carson. Carson looks for Thatcher back door. Isaac's going to go back door, lay it up off the glass and in. Good aggressive play by the Heat in this early going. 6:18 to go. I don't think you can see the clock or the score, so I'll try to keep you updated. 6:10 to go. Heat lead 4-3. Caleb Thomas looks good, and it is. So the Eagles with 2 threes to get this game started, and they lead 6-4. The Heat do have a size advantage. You saw them get it to Carson early. I think the game plan will try to be get it to Carson. Craig puts up a 3. It's no good, but Thatcher gives the Heat some second chance opportunities with a nice offensive rebound. Carson calling for the ball down low. He's going to get it out here about 25 feet from the basket. Gets it off to Thatcher, sets a screen. Thatcher goes the opposite direction. Ugh. A little iffy on that pass. It gets deflected out of bounds. It'll be Heat basketball under the basket. Down to Carson on the block. They come over the double team. Jacob had the top of the key open, chose to give it off to Thatcher. Carson out top. Craig on the wing. Craig drives to the elbow, puts it up. Memphis fans wanted a foul. They don't get it. He misses it. And it's going to be Memphis basketball. We're at the 5-minute mark. We played 3 minutes. Memphis leads 6-4. Up and in, easy bucket. Number 25 has got 5 early points. Heat trail 8-4. They don't have to have a basket on this possession, but it'd be nice to get one. Out to Carson. Jacob Banker's got a size advantage as well. We got 2 guys that start at 6'7". Craig's going to drive down the middle, and they're going to get a foul, but they're going to say it's on the floor. I'm a little surprised at that call. It's going to be Heat basketball under the basket. Thatcher gets it in to Isaac. Isaac puts up a three ball, just short. Hits the front of the rim, bounces over to the other side. Memphis in transition, up and no good. Isaac gets the rebound, gets it off to Craig. Are the Heat in a hurry? They get it down to Carson. He's in that short corner. Is he going to spin? Nope. Get rid of it out to Isaac. Isaac going to put up another three, and he sinks that one, the senior from Nashville, and cuts that lead to 1, 8-7, right at 4 minutes. We played half of the first quarter. It's 8-7. Heat fans are joined over there by some kids from the Upper Cumberland Rams, one of our conference foes. They're here tonight to cheer us on. Memphis goes in, no good. Carson brings down a rebound. Thatcher gets it up to Craig. Oh, Craig tries to get to Jacob, throws it just a little too far, and they're going to get a foul on Isaac. Kind of a little bit of a scramble there. Jacob got put in a little bit of a tough position. Heat with the first substitution of the night. Sam Groth, number 14, and Luciano, number 1, are going to check in for Craig and Carson. Memphis looks like they got about 5 reserves on the bench over there. We've got that many also, but we only play about 2 of them. Isaac's got to be careful with that reach around. He's already got 1 foul. He, with this pressure defense out here, pretty far from the basket. Number 25's been off to a hot start so far. Elijah surveying. He's put some weight on over the years. I remember when he was just a little kid. Memphis patiently working it around. Caleb Thomas fakes it, but he's way too far away. You'll see a red line out there. That's the college 3. Inside that red line is a white line. That is the high school line, so we'd really prefer to shoot them closer to the white line. Elijah drives in there and gets a foul, so he'll go to the line for 2 shots. 2 fouls on the Heat, 1 foul on the Eagles. Elijah Guest, number 4, senior. He won this championship every year that he's been on this team. Even when he was a 14U player, he played up on this varsity team. And they won it that year too. He makes the first, misses the second. Big Carson Dismang brings down the rebound. So with 2:45 to go, Thatcher crosses half court. Heat with a chance to tie or take the lead. Isaac looks to get it to Thatcher. Thatcher wasn't open on the cut. Isaac puts up another 3 ball, looks a little strong, and it was. And the Eagles come away with that rebound. MHEA, Memphis Homeschool Education Athletics. Elijah goes down, misses it, tips that rebound around. Thatcher goes in there, tries to pull it down, but the Eagles come out of there with it. Memphis played in the Big South Regional. They've won that regional several years in a row, but this year they did not win. In fact, they came in 4th. They got beat in the semifinals, and then they got beat in the consolation game. By virtue of those 2 losses, they were deemed a 2 seed in this tournament. There were 4 number 1 seeds, 4 number 2 seeds. The Heat were a 2 seed as we came in runner-up in our region in the Midwest. The Eagles were a 2 seed by virtue of coming in 4th place in Big South. But seeding doesn't matter now. At this point, they've won 4 games in a row to get to this opportunity tonight. And so far, the Eagles have taken the most advantage of it. It is a tight game. Heat led early. Number 0 is going to go to the line for 2 shots. That foul was on Sam Groth. Shots up and good. Memphis takes a 10-7 lead with 1:32 to go in the first quarter. We got a great crowd on hand here tonight, and they're looking for a really competitive game, and hopefully we're going to see one. I'd like to see this go right down to the wire. I mean, I'd really like to see the Heat win by 20, but I'd be happy to see it go down to the wire and watch these guys execute in the last, 60, 90 seconds, 2 minutes, see what teams are made of when you get down to that point in the game and at this point in the season. So there really are no losers at this point. We're going to have a runner-up and a champion. Neither team will walk out of here too disappointed. But when you're this close, you want to close the door. You want to seal it up with a victory. Craig drives it to the basket, gets fouled. He will go to the line with 1:12 to go. Number 3, the senior, Craig Lewis. He'll be playing basketball at Fisk University next year. He puts the first up, man, the thing rolled all the way around the rim and then hovered and rolled off. Second attempt, he misses that one too. But Big Carson gets the rebound and lays it in. He gets some second chance points right there. 1:06 to go. Heat trail 11-9. More than just nominal full court pressure. Heat are looking for an opportunity to be disruptive out here at the top. Looking for some deflections. Number 5, Thomas puts up a 3. No good. Carson brings that rebound down with 2 hands. And the Heat with 45 seconds to go in the first with a chance to take the lead. And Craig wants to do just that. He doesn't get it, but Big Carson dismaying. Tips it in with the left hand. Beautiful follow to tie the game, 11-11. 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Beautiful play by the big fella. He had an amazing game last night. Starting off with a great game tonight. Thomas with the fake gets Carson off his feet. With 16 seconds, the Heat are going to take the last shot. They trail 13-11. 8 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Craig with the 3 ball, no good. Chance to take the lead at the buzzer. And the Heat will trail after 1, 13-11. Just got a text from Becky. Said Carson looks good. Yes, he does. She watched some of the game last night. Becky would have been here with me, but she was in Florida this week. But we got people watching from Arizona to Wisconsin to Florida, Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky. We got somebody watching from Hawaii. So aloha to our island friends. We're going to bring you some high-quality high school basketball out into the middle of the Pacific Ocean. 8 minutes on the clock. Heat inbound it. Thatcher, number 4, the junior, being implored by the fans. Let's go Heat. Gets it down to Carson. Carson, great hustle play. Gets it back out to Craig. Craig's put up 2 threes. Missed them both, but hopefully he's feeling it. It's okay to miss as long as you feel good. You feel good, you'll start making them. Thatcher in the corner. Thatcher's going to drive down. He's in a little bit of trouble. Gets it off to Craig. Isaac with the 3 ball from the corner. No good. Jacob fights for the rebound. Eagles come out of there with it. So Heat have gotten some good looks. They just haven't dropped. Isaac has a 3. And I believe that's the only one. I think Carson's got 6 points. Isaac's got a 3, that's 9. And somebody else has a 2. I'm not sure who it was. Nice take to the basket there. And the Eagles take a 4-point lead. This match is the largest lead by either team. Heat led by 2. Eagles have led by 4. Craig goes down, puts it up, nice play. Craig Lewis cuts that lead in half, 15-13, 6:40 to go. He's out here at the top, putting this pressure on it. Got Isaac waiting right as they come across half court. Ball goes up, blocked by Jacob Banker, the 6'7" junior from Nashville, putting his stamp on his championship game. Great defense there. Craig looking at his options, goes up, gets fouled, hits the ground pretty hard. That's the second time he's gone hard to the basket and gotten fouled. So Craig feeling some good vibes as he attacks the basket. He missed his last 2 free throws, but I have a good feeling he's going to change that narrative right now. Ball's up and good. Memphis is going to bring in one of their big fellas off the bench, number 14. He is I believe he's a 16U player. So he's probably a freshman or a sophomore. He's a big guy. He doesn't look super athletic, but he just pulled that rebound down. Craig 1 for 4 from the line. That's not like him. (15-14). Heat trail by 1. Elijah Guest to the middle, puts it up, no good. Number 25 gets the rebound, kicks it out to Thomas. He steps into a 3, no good, and Thatcher goes up and secures that rebound for the Heat. So the Heat with a chance to come down and take the lead. Over to Craig. Craig puts up a little mid-range, and he gets it to drop. Kissed it off the front of the rim and through the net. Heat lead 16-15, 5:33 to go in the second. Heat put this new defense in just in the last 2 weeks. First time they really used it was last night, so these teams have not had a lot of chance to study it. Eagles are clearly bothered by it. As I say that, they drive right through the middle and lay it up. They've tried that a couple times and gotten it blocked. I suspect they'll figure out the best way to attack it, but I like the Heat's aggressiveness on defense. They retake the lead. This game's had 4 lead changes, make it 5. The Heat go back up on top, 18-17. Isaac Asigan with a nice little scoop from underneath. Noah Thomas hits the mid-range from the elbow, so the Eagles have found a little gap in that zone right there around the free throw line. Craig, oh my lands, nice drive by Craig. Thought about putting it up with his left hand, switched over to his right hand at the last second. Missed it. Oh, Craig, Isaac can't have that. Can't have it. Can't have you getting 2 fouls. 19-18. Eagles lead. Drive to the basket. Up, no good. Jacob Banker gets the rebound. Hands it off to Thatcher. He'd have numbers. Thatcher through the middle. Puts up a mid-range. Sinks it. 20-19. Just under the halfway point of the second quarter. This game's been back and forth. I think that's the 6th or 7th lead change. Noah Thomas puts it up. Jacob bobbles it around, but the Heat secure it when it falls into the hands of big Carson Dismang, number 12. Both teams trying to get somebody in the game. They got subs waiting at the table. Thatcher back to that free throw line. He's going to put up a little leaner off the glass. Off the front rim. Misses. Eagles come down the floor. And the big fella off the bench, he gets in there low. When you get in that low, it's not hard to score, especially when you're that size. Eagles back on top. I think that's the 8th lead change. Craig with the 3 ball, no good. That shot looked a little tired. They're going to get a foul there on Jacob Banker as they foul Elijah Guest driving to the basket. So the Heat might have to sag back a little bit into that zone to prevent Memphis from getting to it, the middle of it so easily. Last 3 possessions, they have found the middle of that zone. Guess at the line. He's 2 for 3 tonight. It's late here in Springfield, 10:15. There was a tornado warning about 5:30 or 6. They had to clear everybody out of this gym, put them underneath in the tunnels. Tornado came through the southern part of Springfield. We're kind of in the northern part of Springfield. And so that put games a little bit behind. He makes both, 23-20. 2:35 to go in the half. Isaac comes on that left side, gets it out to Luch. Luch thinks about it, kicks it out to Thatch. Thatch over to Isaac. Isaac's got Jacob Anchor on the left side. He's got Sam Groth over in the corner. He chooses to give it to Thatcher on that right wing. Back over to Isaac. Isaac ball fakes it, gets it to Sam. Sam in a little trouble. Gets it off to Thatcher. 2:09 to go. Heat patient, waiting. Memphis in this man-to-man defense. I think you got to get this ball to Jacob. Thatcher with the 3 ball. Nothing but net, baby. And we are tied up. 1:49 to go, and Coach Joseph Bond takes a timeout. It's going to be a 30. Joe likes to get those timeouts after a made bucket, especially a made 3. (23-23), minute 49 to go. I'm ready. I didn't know we had a mute button. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, well. Joe might decide to mute me. You never know. He's got a lot of control over there. I appreciate him so much doing the video for us tonight. I know all you guys appreciate it too. Heat on defense after the timeout. (23-23). Baseline jumper, no good, but the Eagles get the rebound and it gets swatted away by Carson. He'd have numbers 5-4. Luch is going to put up a 3 from the corner. Very confident shooter. It was just a little short, but I love the confidence from our Italian stallion, number 1. I saw Luch today. He told me that the scouting report last night on him from the PT Warriors was Luciano makes the pizzas. I'm like, I want to see Luciano make some 3s. And I think we're going to. Good defense by the Heat. Heat coming there with the rebound. 23-23, under a minute to go. 45 seconds. I think the Heat are going to go for 1. I saw Isaac and Thatcher looking at each other, pointing at the scoreboard. 35 seconds. 30 seconds. Isaac dribbling it between his legs. 21 seconds. You might be able to see the time at the top of the scoreboard, maybe. 13 seconds. 23-23, low scoring game. 6 seconds. Thatcher, oh my lands, he puts up a deep 3 and he makes it! Wow, Thatcher Bond from I don't know where it's from downtown Springfield, I think. He was over there on the W. It says William A. something court, and he was at the W, and he put it up. It took about 3 seconds just for the shot to get there, and he drains it just like he did at halftime last night. So the junior, number 4, puts the Heat up at halftime, 26-23 in this national title game, the undisputed 18U varsity basketball finals here in Springfield, Missouri, 26-23. We got 4 minutes on the clock. We'll be back to see you guys in just a few. All right, we are back for the second half. Let me give you some score updates from the first half. Thatcher Bond leads the Heat with 8 points. Isaac had 7. Carson Dismang had 6. Craig Lewis had 5. If you add that up, you will get to 26. And the Heat lead 26-23. 16 minutes to a championship. Will the Memphis Eagles repeat for the 5th consecutive year? Or will the Tennessee Heat get their first national title? We will know shortly. Heat on defense in a man. Caleb Thomas at the top. He's been there for all these titles, 4 titles. He drives, gets it down to the short corner. He's got nothing, has to kick it out. Heat to play defense here, 35 seconds. Number 23 goes down, puts it up, no good, and Carson comes out there with the rebound. So the Heat play defense for 45 seconds, and Memphis comes away empty-handed. Carson over to Craig. Craig works his way to the elbow, gets it off to Jacob. Jacob back to Thatch. Thatch out of the top. Heater setting up, balancing the floor. Thatcher gets it to Jacob. Down to Carson. We ran this play to start the game, and they ran it again right there. Carson dismantling it up, and the Heat take their biggest lead of the night. This is the biggest lead for either team tonight. 28-23, Heat by 5. 6:40 to go. Three-pointer, and Memphis tries to cut it to 2. They don't. They get the rebound. They put it up and in, and they get a foul. So Memphis with the second chance opportunity puts in the bucket and will go to the line with a chance to cut into this Heat lead. Great game so far. Lots of energy in this gym. No good, and Jacob hauls down that rebound, gets it out to Craig. Craig brings it down the left side. Isaac working, trying to get position. Number 0 is shorter than him, but he's pretty stout. He's putting a lot of pressure on Carson. Isaac spins through the lane, puts up a shot, a little too strong. Memphis in transition, all the way, coast to coast. Craig knocks it away, and the Eagles are going to have to reset from the top. 6 minutes to go, 2 minutes elapsed. The margin is the same. Heat back in this pressure zone defense. Memphis working around the perimeter, and they throw it away. It's going to be Heat basketball with 5:33 to go. JMB calls out play number 2. Johnny Bobbitt behind him, mirroring the call. I see Craig, he got the message. He's holding up 2 fingers. The Heat know what to run. 28-25. Ball comes into Craig Lewis. Over to Carson. Carson's got Thatcher behind him. He's back there clapping for it. There's a lot of people in there clapping. Carson does know not to throw it to any of those people. Jacob Banker. Jacob, I got to tell you, his confidence through this season has grown like crazy. He's a high IQ player, and I love the way he plays within himself. He knows what he's out there to do. Rebound, block shots, play some defense, make good passes, and when he can get that occasional bucket, he will take it, but he doesn't try to do too much. And there he is right there, just as I speak about him. Cuts down the middle, gets the pass from Craig Lewis and lays it in. That's just what we want out of the big fella, number 10. 30-25, Heat by 5. Up and under for Elijah Guess, and the Eagles cut it back to 3. Craig drives to the basket, gets it up, no good, but Carson's there for the rebound. Carson right there, rare miss. He's had such a good 2 games in a row. He just barely missed that one. Caleb Thomas with the mid-range jumper, no good. Craig looking down the floor, doesn't have numbers. Oh, but he turns it over. He'd have not had a lot of turnovers, but they turned that one over. Craig tips that one away. It goes into the front row. Bounces off a fan. Guess back to the line. He's been there a lot tonight. He's 3 for 4, make it 4 for 5. (30-28), 3.5 to go in the third. He makes them both. And we got a substitution. Number 14, he's the big guy. He is big. He's every bit as big as Jacob. Not quite as athletic, but I think it's mainly because he's just not old enough. He looks young. His body looks, he's big, but he moves like a youngster. Isaac to the elbow, gets it off to Luch in the corner. Luch drives. Luch gets fouled, and they're going to say it's on the floor, so it'll be Heat basketball under the basket. Ball comes into Carson. Carson hands it back off to Thatcher. Thatcher over to Luch. Luch to Jacob Banker. Jacob gets it to Isaac. Isaac working down that baseline. Puts up a little floater, and he gets it. Heat back up by 3, 32-29, and Joe's going to take a 30-second timeout. 30-second timeout. Heat fans got a lot to cheer about. It is going to be Memphis ball coming out of the timeout. Elijah Guest back in the game. Luch going to put that pressure on from the top. He's making 12 work for it. That just causes a little bit of mental exhaustion. It doesn't do a lot in the moment, but the cumulative effect of all that pressure over 32 minutes, it does wear a team down. Luch out here pressuring the ball again, and Luch gets the steal, and we got a jump ball. No, Joe called timeout. We got a steal. Luciano with the defense steals it away. Joe gets a timeout. That only leaves us, I think that will leave us 2. That's his third timeout. We have 2 timeouts left, but it was worth it, I think, to preserve the possession and keep the momentum on the side of the Tennessee Heat. Great play there by number 1, the Italian Stallion. That time he stole it like a mafia member. Going to be Heat basketball right here in front of us at midcourt. We got Luch, Thatch, Jacob, Carson, and Isaac on the floor. Craig and Sam sitting over there on the bench, taking a breather. Luch bounce passes it in. I see Ben Groth over there behind the bench, last year's most offensive player for this Tennessee Heat team. Isaac with the 3 ball, sacks it, baby! 35-29, largest lead of the night. 2:10 to go, Heat lead by 6. What will this Memphis team do when they find themselves down? They haven't been down a lot. They hadn't lost a homeschool game in 4 years until 2 weeks ago. So what will their temperament be? Number 14 says, I'm young, but I can turn around and drop it in a bucket. And he cuts it to 4. Minute 48 to go. Angie McSpadden keeping the book. She's looking up at the clock. 35-31, minute 35 to go. Isaac on the wing. Isaac gets a step to the basket, puts up a little fadeaway, no good. Carson gets the rebound, he's just short. Maybe he got that. Carson's saying he didn't just get blocked. Carson's saying he got hit on the arm. I think he did. They don't call it. Luch commits a foul right at half court. They do call that. Craig's going to check back in, give Isaac a breather here at the end of this third quarter. 1:25 to go in the third. He walked. They got it. He drug that right foot. With 56 seconds to go, the Heat will have the ball and a 4-point lead. They ought to try to get it in quickly before they get Guess in the game. But they can't. Guess checks in. Number 14 goes to the bench. We got Thatch, Luch, Craig, Carson, and Jacob. We got a Let's Go Heat cheer going. Thatcher's going to work out here near half court. He's in a little bit of a pickle there. He gets out of it. Over to Jacob. Jacob to Carson, right at the elbow. Gives it off to Luch. Luch thinks about it. Luch drives, puts it up, gets fouled. The Italian Stallion with an aggressive take. He will go to the line with 30.5 seconds. A chance to put the lead up to 6. They lead by 4. And he, just in and out off that left side of the rim. Sam Gross going to check in for these last 30 seconds, give our big fella a break. Keep him out of foul trouble. Nobody's in foul trouble. Luch puts up the second. He missed them both. Luch is a shooter, and he missed them both. 35-31, 24 seconds to go, and the Memphis Eagles are going to take a full timeout. 24.0 seconds. Full timeout. All right, it'll be Memphis ball coming out of the timeout. They trail by 4. We got 24 seconds to go in this third quarter. Pressure over there on that right side. Caleb Thomas out at the top, directing traffic, 12 seconds. Back to Caleb, 8 seconds. Back to Caleb. Oh, they get it into Elijah. He puts it up, no good. And the Heat defend it. They hold there for 24 seconds out of the timeout. Eight minutes to play in this season. I think this is our 40th game of the year. And we are 8 minutes away from something that we've never done before. We're already doing something we've never done before. We made it to a Final Four. We made it to a finals. But we're trying to put the exclamation point on that and etch this team and this program into the history books of the NCHBC with an 18U win. We are 8 minutes away. We have a 4-point lead. But this one is far from over. This Memphis team, they didn't get to their 5th national title by wilting. It's a team with a lot of confidence and a lot of talent. They're not big. That's the difference this year. They had a big guy the last few years. They're not big. They're thick. I mean, that Thomas is pretty thick. Number 5, number 4, as you can see right here, pretty thick. Number 0 is pretty thick. They're athletic. They're not tall. But they're well coached. They're disciplined. They are experienced. We're going to start this quarter with Sam Groth, Craig, Thatcher, Carson, and Isaac. Luch and Jacob will sit it out to start the quarter. Craig drives down, puts up a shot. They're going to get him for a charge. And that might be a good call. I'd have to go back and look at it, but in real time, Craig was a little out of control. The Memphis Eagle looked like he was in control, and a lot of times that's the way they call that. So the first foul of the quarter. Memphis with a chance to cut into this lead. Heat spreading the floor on defense. They've had the Eagles confused, except for a brief little time there in the second quarter where the Eagles penetrated into the middle. They've looked a little confused. That's a deep 3, and that's no good, and that's exactly what we want to see from the Eagles. That shot looked hurried. That shot looked anxious. That shot looked a little desperate. And if that's a sign of things to come, it'll be good for the Tennessee Heat. Tennessee Heat in these sharp red uniforms. Thatcher hands it off to Isaac. Isaac over to Craig. Craig hands it off to Sam. Oh my gosh, Sam puts up a super deep 3. I'm not too sure about that shot, but Thatcher taps it out of there. Thatcher's going to put up a 3 ball. No good. So the Heat put up 2 threes there. Missed both of them. Memphis comes down. That was a chance for us to get out to 8. Most that we've led by 6. Most that anybody's led by 6. The Eagles, the chance to cut into this 4-point margin. 6:40 to go. Sam puts a little defense on down there. And Carson does he steal it away? He doesn't. He deflects it away, and Thatcher picks up the loose ball. And Sam's got to come out of the game. I think he lost a tooth. He lost a tooth, or he's bleeding. Maybe he's just bleeding. I think that's an official timeout. Sam's going to go to the training table. Yeah, it looks like it. Over here to our right. That's an official referee's timeout. So we have 2 timeouts remaining. Memphis has 4. 6:21 to go. Nobody has scored in this fourth quarter. Heat looking for a bucket right here. Memphis fans on their feet, calling for some defense. Craig's going to bring it across the timeline. That quick step. Craig's just been a step quicker in this tournament than he was in the regular season. Thatcher, that's a quick 3, and that was off to the right. Joe probably doesn't love that shot. .550 to go. Memphis works it around. Down to the short corner, they put up a jumper, and it's good. 35-33, and we got a timeout. Memphis, 5:42 to go. Memphis trails by 2 in this national final game. Heat have led this entire second half. It was a back and forth game in the second quarter, but Heat have led for about 11 minutes in this second half. 35-33, looking to extend it right here. Ball comes into Jacob. Down to Carson. Carson lays it in, and he gets fouled! The big foul that goes to the line with a chance for a three-point play. That's the third time they've run that play tonight. They ran it to start the game. They ran it to start the second half, and they ran it out of that timeout. Memphis called the timeout, and Joe drew up the play. 5.5 to go. Heat by 4. It will remain 4. They're going to get Craig for a foul. Heat have missed some free throws tonight. That's Craig's third foul. Second foul in this fourth quarter for the Heat. 2 fouls to 1. 37-33, under 5.5 to play. National championship on the line. Memphis looking for 5 in a row. The Heat looking for the first one they've ever had. Elijah with a head of steam. I like his chances, but he didn't execute. Craig, watch out. They're right behind you. Kicks it out to Thatcher. Thatcher picks up his dribble, gets it over to Isaac. So Heat are going to set up. 37-33, 4:50. Thatcher dribbles it back out to the top. Memphis in a man-to-man defense. Over to Isaac. Isaac down to Jacob. Boy, they went to the well one too many times right there. Jacob's got to get in line, get in position. Jacob blocks it. Goes out of bounds off of Isaac. Maybe it was Isaac or Craig. I can't tell which one had their hand in there. They tried to run that play again, and Memphis defended it, deflected it. Got in transition but couldn't convert. So 37-33, 4.5 minutes to play. Low scoring game. It's been a good game. Well played game. Strategic game. Both teams with a lot of discipline. 4:25. Thomas thinks about the three. Gets it off into the corner. Number 25, he had 5 early points. He hasn't scored since. Thomas with the fake. 25, I just called his name. Carson with a fantastic block out on 14. Proud of the big fella right there. We are halfway through this fourth quarter. Heat still lead by 4. Under 4 minutes. How's this thing going to be decided? 2 really good teams playing here. I think it's safe to say probably the 2 best teams in this tournament. Oh, Heat throw it away. That's 2 turnovers in a row. They can't do that. They got to execute. They get a foul on Craig, and that's going to be 4 on Craig. That's Craig's 4th foul, and Luch is going to come in with 3:34 to go. So we lose a little bit of offense right there with Craig going out of the game. That quick step of his getting to the bucket. Joe will probably leave him out for, I can't imagine he's going to leave him out for very long. Luch is in. He's played some good defense tonight, and we're going to need him to play some more right now. Don't get too anxious, Luch. Keep your feet about you. There you go. Good perimeter defense. 3-pointer up, and he gets that one. Heat, Memphis cuts it to 1, 37-36. I said he scored 5 early points. He hasn't scored since, but now he's got 8. Jacob Banker had her on the wing, tries to get it down to Luch, and the Heat have turned it over 3 times in a row. They look a little rattled. Sam's going to come in. Memphis with a chance to take the lead for the first time in this second half. 3 consecutive possessions come up empty for the Heat. They need a stop and they need a bucket. 2:35 to play. And Memphis takes the lead. And Memphis takes a timeout. So the Heat have given up that lead. They've enjoyed that lead for over 13 and a half minutes. But they're going to have to put some points on the board, and they're going to have to play some defense if they want to come out of here with this championship. Got to take good care of the basketball. Craig's going to check back in. Okay, we got the original starting five out there: Thatcher, Isaac, Craig, Jacob, and Carson. Memphis has 2 timeouts left. The Heat have 2 timeouts left. We got 2 minutes, 22 seconds left. The Heat have committed 3 fouls. The Eagles have committed 1 foul. Isaac goes up for the shot. It's in and out, and Memphis gets the rebound. Possession arrow belongs to the Eagles. 2:05 to play. Heat trail by 1. Isaac had a chance there to put us back up 2. He got to be careful not to get too extended. They don't want to give up something easy on the backside. Thatcher goes out and jumps the ball handler, trying to put a trap on. Craig out here against 23. Minute 35 to go. Minute 30 to go. It's a 1-point game. Memphis dribbling it out. Minute 25. Can they hold on to it without turning it over? The Heat trying to force some defense. 1:12 to go. Cross court pass, 1:05. We are 1 minute, under 1 minute. And the Heat commit a foul, but that's only their 4th, so it will be Memphis ball out of bounds. (38-37), 55.4 to play. Memphis will be in the double bonus going forward. Heat desperately trying to get the ball back. Double team, deflected away by the big fella. That's just what they wanted. They got him in that coffin corner right there. 52.8. Eagles get it into the backcourt. And they're going to get a foul on Carson Dismang. And that's going to put Thomas on the line for 2 shots. He's their best player. Well, I don't know if he's their best player. He's their leader. That's for sure. He will go to the line for 2. They have a 1-point lead, 47.6 to go. Heat faithful get loud. He spins in his hand. He puts it up, and it's good. Back of the rim and down, just the way you want. 39-37. Heat have only scored 2 points in this 4th quarter. Got a block out right here. We got Jacob and Carson in the game. They got a size advantage, but it doesn't matter if you don't use that body. Doesn't matter. He makes them both. 40-37. Ball comes into Isaac, back over to Thatcher. Heat trail by 3, 44 seconds. They don't need a 3, they take one. Craig's gonna go down, kick it out to Jacob. Jacob over to Thatcher. Thatcher to Isaac, over to Jacob. 30 seconds to go. Thatcher puts up a 3. Oh, it's in and out. Goes in and out and off the backboard. Wow. 24 seconds to go. So close to tying the game. In and out and off the backboard. I gotta like who they got on the line. This guy's probably not their best free throw shooter, number 14, but he gets 2 cracks at it. He dribbles, he spins it, he puts it up. That looks good, but it's not. 40-37, 24 seconds to go. Got a block out. Ball's up, and it's good. So makes a 2-possession game with 24 seconds to go. Heat have only scored 2 points. Oh, no timeout. Heat have only scored 2 points in this fourth quarter. 20 seconds to go. They could use a 3 or a 2. They're going to put up a 2, and it rolls off. Oh, my goodness. It was hanging on the rim, and it just rolled off, and the Memphis faithful can taste a 5th consecutive title. The Heat with a super disappointing fourth quarter. They just haven't been able to execute. They've had a couple shots that just didn't go our way. Isaac had an in and out. Thatcher had an in and out. And then Isaac had one just roll off the side of the rim. Heat now trail by 5. This is the most they've been down all night. Second free throw is good. It's a 6-point game. Isaac comes in. 10 seconds to go. He puts up a 3. It's no good. And the Memphis Eagles are going to go back to Memphis with another title. Memphis just got teed up. One of the coaches came out on the floor, thought the game was over. It's not over. So the Heat are going to get an opportunity to shoot some free throws. I don't think it's going to make a difference. I would assume that the Memphis team will shoot their free throws first, and then we will shoot our technical and get the ball back. Not much we can do. We're down 6. Heat put in a valiant effort. It's been a great season. They came up a little short this fourth quarter. They just did not get it done. 44-37. It's been great calling these games for you this year. It's been great calling them for you this week. So good to be part of this atmosphere here tonight in this environment. Isaac Askigan, the senior, is going to go to the line. 1.5 seconds to go. We trail by 8. Isaac puts up the first. He makes it. It's just our 3rd point of the fourth quarter. 45-38. He gets one more shot. This will be the last shot of Isaac's high school career. Scored 1,000 points. Been a fantastic part of our team. He makes them both. 45-39. Minute and a half to go. They're going to get Craig out of the game. Going to get Isaac out of the game. Seniors going to the bench for the last time. Tears, no doubt, but nothing to be ashamed of. They've come over here and played their hearts out this week, this whole season, last couple years. Heater going to get a chance. Goes into Jacob. Jacob puts up a half-court shot. It's no good. And the MHEA Eagles are going to prevail 45-39. And they are going to be the NCHBC national champions for the 5th year in a row. That's quite a feat. You got to tip your hat to them. Nothing but respect for that group of kids. Nothing but respect for our group of kids. They fought hard. They've been coached well. The parents have put in the time. The kids have made the commitment. Well, we're going to come up a little bit short here tonight in Springfield, Missouri. But I'm going to tell you something. They'll be back next year. We got a good recruiting class incoming. We return some players from this team. They're going to shake hands right here. A lot to look forward to in this Tennessee Heat group. I want to congratulate them. They deserve all the success that they achieved. They came up a little short. They're going to go home runner-up. And we're going to sign off here in Springfield, Missouri. It's been fantastic talking to you. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks a lot to Joe on the video. We'll see you guys next season.